Module 7, Lesson 2, Square Roots. If we haven't played the I Have, Who Has game, we will be doing that here shortly. Square roots, we've already talked about when we did the Pythagorean theorem, so this should be a review for you. We also looked at it a little bit in Lesson 1 when we were squaring things. So taking the square root of something, it is asking you what number times itself equals the number inside. So you're looking for what number times itself equals 25. So in this problem, you get 5. Now the next one, what number times itself equals 4? You should have 2. And the last one here, what number times itself equals 10? You're not actually able to work that and get an answer. There is nothing. If you take 3 times 3, you get 9. If you take 4 times 4, you get 16. So there's not going to be a whole number. But if we take the square root on the calculator, we'll get a decimal approximation to this. So because we know that the square root of 10, let me write that down, 3.16. This is approximate. So because we know the square root of 10 is between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16, because this is 3 and this is 4, this has to be between 3 and 4, we know that 3.16 sounds like a reasonable answer for us. All right, now they try and get us to do some estimating as far as to the tenths or to the hundredths place. We usually only estimate to the whole number. What whole number is this square root in between? If we want more detail than that, we're going to use our calculators. Now, there is something else to consider here. What if I have a negative number and I'm trying to take the square root of a negative number? What number times itself equals negative 36 is what you would try and figure out on this. Well, if I take 6 times 6, I get 36, but not negative 36. If I take negative 6 times negative 6, I get positive 36, but not negative 36. There is not a number that I can take times itself to get a negative 36. So this does not have a solution right now for us. Okay, so there is no real number solution. You cannot take the square root of a negative number. Now, in the next lesson, we're going to be taking cube roots. If we're taking the cube root, we can take the cube root of a negative number because we're asking ourselves what number times itself 3 times gives you negative 27, and negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 gives you negative 27. So this does have an answer. So be careful. Don't assume all things that have a negative inside don't have an answer. It's just square roots that don't have an answer. Cube roots do have an answer.